The Detroit Lions are having a very difficult time getting to the quarterback. And while we did draft Broderick Martin in the third round, he has only had 11 snaps in the NFL season in 2023. We brought in Quentin Bohanna from I want to say it was the Cowboys practice squad, and he has gotten 2 consecutive starts in his time with the Detroit Lions, while Broderick Martin has been inactive. But there's been another individual that has been inactive as well. He goes by the name of Isaiah Buggs. Now, if you guys remember, let's go back into time to late August, early September, before we played the Kansas City Chiefs, and it was some drama going on between the Detroit Lions and Broderick Martin. And he did not play. We found out he wasn't going to play that game against the Kansas City Chiefs. Then we saw that he scrubbed his whole Twitter account of everything Detroit Lions. Very weird situation. When I went to Kansas City, Isaiah Buggs was one of the first people out of the tunnel. He wasn't in uniform, as you know, this is during warmups and stuff like that. And it was very weird. He seemed like he was zoned in. You know, we was yelling at him, trying to get his attention. And I was wondering what was going on there. We thought he could possibly be traded. Then he does not play that game. We wind up pulling off a win. But it was the Seattle game that I think got him back into the good graces of the Detroit Lions, because we lost that game. And we had those 2 games. We had 1 sack, and that was late in the first half, I believe, a busted play. We got to Geno Smith. And for the past month, believe it or not, we haven't seen Isaiah Buggs. What is going on between the Detroit Lions and Isaiah Buggs? And is him not being in the lineup hurting the Detroit Lions? Well, I'll let you decide. I'll give you my opinion at the end of this video. So Isaiah Buggs, we've played 11 games thus far in the 2023 NFL season. Let's take a look at Isaiah Buggs in the stat sheet for him. Now, he didn't play until week 3 against the Atlanta Falcons. In that game, he didn't get any sacks. As a matter of fact, he only has 1 on the season, and that came in the Green Bay Packer game. But he played against the Atlanta Falcons. We won. He played against the Green Bay Packers. We won. He played against the Carolina Panthers. We won. And he played against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We won. We played against the Baltimore Ravens, and we lost. Now, Isaiah Buggs, we are 4-1 with him in the lineup. But if you look at the stats over here and we look at his game log for 2023, it says he played 6 games. But how is that the case when here, or I lost it, but it said that he played 5 games. 5 games. Shout out to my guy, Detroit Lions Powerhouse, that gave me this information, because I didn't even realize this, that Isaiah Buggs was a healthy scratch for the Charger game. So he was supposed to play, all of a sudden didn't. And I want to say it was either before that game or after that game, he had an illness. So he was held out. He was inactive for one of those games. So he was a healthy scratch, no stats, no snaps, no nothing, but that it counted toward a game, which I didn't know that until today. That if you are a healthy scratch, I guess a certain period before game time, apparently it counts as a game. So that's why it says that he has played, according to ESPN, 6 games. Now, the Detroit Lions, the games that Isaiah Buggs has played in, what is the Detroit Lions? How many sacks have they gotten? Now, we understand that he's played in 5 games. It's on the stat sheet as 6, and he has 1 sack on the season. But how many games has he been in that the Detroit Lions have gotten sacks? Because we know we didn't get any against Jordan Love. We got 2 against Justin Fields. We got nothing against Justin Herbert, and nothing is what we get a ton of the times. It's either they either in bunches or nothing. There have been a game or 2 that we've got multiple sacks. So let's compare, shall we? All right, so this is the Atlanta game in which we won. We wind up sacking, let's see, how many sacks did we get that game? The Atlanta Falcon game, the Detroit Lions got 7 sacks. That was Isaiah Buggs' first game back. Now, let's look at the Green Bay Packer game. He played 2 games in a row, 4 days apart. How many sacks did we get that day? We got 5. Let's look at, he played against the Carolina Panthers. How many sacks did we get that day? We got 1. he played against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We got 1 sack that day, and that was Julian Okwara. He played against the Baltimore Ravens. We got no sack. Now, that was the last game that Isaiah Buggs took the field on. We got 6 against the Las Vegas Raiders, didn't play. We got nothing against the Chargers, healthy scratch. We got 2 against the Chicago Bears. And we got, I think one of these games was an illness. It was either this one or this one. No, this one he was inactive for Broderick Martin. And this one was an illness. He did not play against the Green Bay Packers, and we got no sacks. So in the games that Isaiah Buggs has played, we got sacks in 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of the 5 games that he's played. In the games he has not played, we went 1, 2, we got, let me see, no sacks against the Kansas City Chiefs. We got no sacks against the Los Angeles Chargers. We got no sacks against the Green Bay Packers. So the question that I have is, do you think that Isaiah Buggs being in the lineup makes a difference? If you look at the stats, you would say yes. Now, Bohanna has been in there doing his thing in the short time that he's been with the Detroit Lions, but Isaiah Buggs, him being in the lineup, makes a difference. And it makes you wonder, why is he not in the lineup? Will we see him again this year? I don't know. Now, is there a rift between him and the coaching staff, whether it's Aaron Glenn or Dan Campbell or something? What is going on with Isaiah Buggs? Now, here's the thing. If there is something, we felt there was something at the beginning of the season, and we went 1-1 in those games. Isaiah Buggs being in the lineup, according to the stats, it makes a difference. Now, the funny thing is without him, we played 11 games. We are 4-1 with him. And without him, we are, let me see, we went 2-1 we went 3-1 over the late game stretch or the recent game stretch. And we went 1-1 with him. So we are 4-2 with no Isaiah Buggs. 4-2. We beat the Kansas City Chiefs, right? But we lost to the Seattle Seahawks. We beat the Las Vegas Raiders. We beat the Chargers. We beat the Bears. So that's 4. And we lost against the Green Bay Packers, and we lost against the Seattle Seahawks. So we're 4-1 with him. We are 4-2 without him. And you can see from the stat sheet that Isaiah Buggs being in the lineup does make a difference when it comes to the Detroit Lions getting to the quarterback. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think the issue is with Isaiah Buggs? Do you think we'll see him again? I think we'll see him again this year. But I'm really intrigued to know what is going on between the Detroit Lions and Isaiah Buggs. Very weird vibes, man, between him and the organization. From the scrubbing of his Twitter account to even now when it comes to Jonah Jackson. Dan Campbell said into the press conference Monday, the 27th of November, that Jonah Jackson will let him know when he's ready to play. He'll play when Jonah lets him know he's ready to play, which is a weird thing coming from a coach who should know so I don't know what's going on. But one thing about Dan Campbell, very transparent, and you're not going to have any questions. You might have more questions after he responds because you're like, what's going on there? So let me know in the comments below your thoughts on Isaiah Buggs. And do you think, even though the stats say one thing, does it matter when he's in the roster or not? In the lineup or not? You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.